told me, oh, you should be a model.
She was mocked by her classmates.
They would always tease me because I was too tall. They would always tease me because I would wear my hair parted in the middle and long to my waist, and they would call me a witch.
She never planned to be a model.
I just wanted to be successful as a model when I became a model.
Ines Rivero, the brown-eyed girl from Argentina.
In Argentina, like in every South American country, probably you understand, they love the blonde girl with the blue eyes, you know, like a total different kind of woman.
Who yearned for the recognition from her homeland.
Everybody in Argentina was like, let her go, she'll come back. Yeah, whatever, never came back.
Armed with strategy and the drive to succeed, Ines Rivero gives her dreams the wings to fly. Next on Models.
Let's go.
From her home in Argentina.
Cordoba is not a big market for models.
To her rise as a top model.
You have to be very different for every kind of photographer, and be smart enough to give what he is asking you. This is neat. Isn't that cute?
Ines Rivero has experienced it all.
I've been wealthy, and I've been poor, and I've been middle class. I've been everything. So I could tell you about everything. How does it feel?
In the next half hour, see how she never gave up.
But I am a hard worker. Yeah, I am. I'd rather have people saying it about me than saying it about myself.
Relied on her instincts.
You need a lot of confidence in this type of job.
Depended on her family.
My mom, she really helped me to go through all my career. She was always there for me.
And blossomed into an angel for the new millennium.
We don't look for just beautiful women, we look for women with great personalities and with a great sense of confidence and style, and she has all of those.
It's very difficult when you're young and you feel different to the rest.
Ines Rivero grew up in Cordoba, Argentina, in a close-knit family.
Like every time there's a Christmas or birthday party, we're always 200 people, and it's just family. So, I don't know, I think I'm really lucky because I have a great family. I have an older brother, and he's great, but I wanted to be his best friend, and he wouldn't let me.
As a child, Ines was a tomboy who preferred to play with her brother.
I wanted to be really more like him than like my friends, you know. So I wanted to play football with him, soccer, and I wanted to, I wanted to be interesting for him. So, I walked like this. My mom, she freaked out. She sent me to this model school, but she didn't send me to this school to become a model. She just sent me to the school to learn how to walk.
Ines was a natural. Her graceful style caught the eye of a modeling scout.
This guy came from Buenos Aires and he offered me a show. The very type of girl for them, it was like, oh, we want the blue-eyed girl with the blonde hair, and it was very difficult for me to please them.
So Ines packed her bags and headed for the runways of Europe. In Paris, the Argentinian brunette found immediate success.
I think the most important thing that happened to me was fashion shows, because I didn't have a good book, I didn't have very good pictures, so I couldn't just go around and get booked for different jobs. So I started doing the shows as soon as I arrived. I lived there for like 2.5 years, and it was great. It was a great experience. I made a lot of friends, and I worked a lot there and everything, and I loved it.
But Ines had her sights set even higher.
I decided to come to New York because New York it's a great, it's a huge market. You have to let the people know who you are, and you can't do it just being in Paris. You have to go to New York. You have the biggest photographers most of them are here.
Starting over, her journey to New York was a challenge.
My grandmother would say, it's just so bad, be careful in the streets.
Not easily discouraged, Ines showed the modeling world her mettle.
Once you make the first step, then everything gets easier.
And the Big Apple became her home.
It's a very different culture, even with my own culture. But then, now that I live here, I could never go back to Paris.
Now, Ines enjoys working the runways for Manhattan's major designers.
So I came here and I said, I have to show them that I can work and I can do it.
Believing she could make it to the top, Ines took yet another gamble. Coming up, Ines lays it all on the line.
It's not only because it was a new agency or a smaller agency, since I know and I believed in Paolo.
Shoots for the stars.
I think it's one of the most exciting things that I've done yet in the fashion business.
And shops for something special. Next on Model. Ines Rivero is ambitious.
You just have to have that in your blood.
Confident.
Part of what makes Ines sexy is her self-confidence.
And determined.
Because I hate people telling me what to do.
She's traveled from South America to Soho in search of success.
One of the things that I learned is that not everybody has to fall in love with you. You know, you're not going to be the type of everybody.
And when she took the biggest risk of her career, the heavens smiled on her.
Everything is positive about being a new angel, and I hope I'll be an angel for a long time.
Ines Rivero took a gamble when she left one of fashion's biggest agencies to sign with a smaller, unknown one.
I've been crazy about Ines since I get into this business like 4 or 5 years.
I think that there's a stage in your career where you need a little bit more, like Paolo said, like more direct management, like a person to person, more like a person who you can feel it's 24 hours a day for you and it's going to take care of your things.
The boutique agency landed Ines one of the most highly coveted jobs in the world of modeling, working for Victoria's Secret.
When she walked in, she had an amazing presence. She was very tall, she had tight pants on, high-heeled shoes. She has a great personal style. And I kind of knew right away this is going to be, a great, great model for the fashion show.
Victoria's Secret quickly realized they had more than just another run-of-the-mill runway model on their hands.
She walked the runway for us during the casting, and she was happy to try anything on. She looked good in everything. So we booked her for the show right then. And actually that day we started thinking about she might be a great new angel. Actually, we liked her so much.
Soon, Ines joined the ranks of the top models in the business, becoming the 4th angel for Victoria's Secret.
It's the one campaign I think that every model or aspiring model they look at that and they go, oh my God, I want to do that.
She really has the looks to pull it off, and she has the looks to wear the lingerie, but it's her attitude and how she holds herself.
With Ines on the team, Victoria's Secret launched their biggest lingerie campaign to date, Angels 2000.
2 of my sisters have been left on the mothership, and we've got a new sister called Ines.
The filming of the television commercial was an out-of-this-world experience for Ines.
I've seen aliens.
And you're going to look over there and look back over there.
That's the good thing about working with Victoria's Secret is everybody's very nice. It seems like they choose them,
This campaign took Ines's career to the celestial heights she always strived for.
She got the Angel 2000 Victoria's Secret campaign that made her also very popular. She had the possibility to work with big stars like Stephanie Seymour, Mulder, Daniela, and Tyra. And this brought her also a different level, and now Ines is a public person.
Ines's success means special attention in her off hours.
And let me see, where's the tag? Is the tag in the back? Oh, okay, so they got it back. Chileno, no? Chileno.
Yeah, you see.
Patricia, well, how's this skirt go?
Yeah, I love shopping. Who does? Not everybody loves shopping.
Coming up, Ines sweats the small stuff.
This is like a mix of doing bicycle and skiing, kind of, and running.
Reveals professional secrets.
Models, we always have to own some underwear in this color, like skin color.
And gets a starring role. Next on Model. Ines Rivero went from being rejected in South America to being one of the busiest runway models in Europe.
It really becomes a great job because you can really live very well and you can travel around, you can meet great people, and it's really great.
With print campaigns for some of the biggest names in fashion. She arrived in New York City and became one of Victoria's Secret's illustrious angels.
This is like angelical look, and this is like, let me kill you look.
But the success of Ines Rivero is no accident.
You have to realize that it's responsibility, and that's what I thought. That's what I realized when I started doing this for real.
As a top model for Victoria's Secret, Ines understands the importance of keeping herself in peak condition.
Okay, so now I think I've got enough, and here we can go and hit the weights. I have a personal trainer that puts me already in shape. But then I go to the gym all the time. I do this almost every day that I come here because it's very good for your butt and for tights. Doing Victoria's Secret it's a very fun job to do, but it's not the easiest job to do because you have to feel very good with your body, with yourself.
And it's important to get the kinks out.
Sometimes it's good after the workout to do a little massage.
Getting too relaxed.
Oh yeah. No, I really love massage.
Ines always makes sure to take care of her business as well as her body.
You really have to be always there, behind the people that's managing your career. That you have to go to the gym. You have to be in shape here and here all the time. You think it's easy, but it's not going to be easy all the time. I realize that it's not a game, that it's a work like every other job that you can do, and you have to be responsible and you have to be polite with the people. You can't act like a baby.
Though no longer an ordinary runway model, Ines still takes the time to make rounds during New York's hectic fashion week.
Hi.
Hi.
How about if we go ahead and get you introduced to the right people?
Sure.
Ian and so stage.
Yes, sir.
Karen. What's your name?
Ines. Hello.
The stage, Ines.
Okay.
You again.
Yeah.
You got taller.
Really?
You got taller.
Oh no.
You're gonna enter this way on the left. Straight down. They want a real strong pose in the end for the camera.
Yes.
Straight. Hug the side coming back. Hey, come on.
Hello, girl.
Mwah.
How are you feeling?
Great.
You excited?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you finish, I'm gonna come and try another dress on you.
Okay. Okay.
Cutting-edge designer Evgenia Goretskaya.
Well, I think she's really, really sexy and beautiful. I've been using her for like 3 years. She did almost every of my show, and she's one of my favorite girls.
I'm happy that I'm wearing this dress. She tried on me, and then she wasn't sure she was gonna give it to me. Yeah.
There is makeup and hair to take care of.
All right, we need to concentrate for a second.
Okay. I challenge myself always to get something, to go farther or get something more. I think that way you're always busy and you're always doing something.
And of course, the clothes.
I have a lot of outfits. I'm gonna have to run.
the payoff for all her hard work. Evgenia selects Ines to showcase the dress that closes the show.
My best dress that I'm really excited about is this long dress because it's really like, it makes me feel like a real Spanish girl. She's just a great girl. She can like ride a limousine, she can ride a motorcycle, she looks good in jeans and beautiful dress. You know, she's just great.
Coming up, a photo shoot for the hometown paper. And gifts from Mom.
It's like I know that she'll love anything that I bring, you know.
Next on Model. Ines Rivero went from her first break in Buenos Aires.
It was really good for me to the shows. Everybody saw me, editors, photographers.
To Paris, where she worked with some of fashion's biggest designers. In New York, her career took off when she became an angel for Victoria's Secret.
You know, she's very confident, and, you know, confidence really translates to sexiness.
Being a new angel is not an easy job.
Ines has earned all of her success through dedication and perseverance.
I've been working so hard. You know, I have this Victoria's Secret show. So I'm trying to work out even more than normal.
Yet she still searches for respect at home. Beauty has long played an important role in the culture of South America.
In Argentina, being a model, it's almost as important as being president. So, just
probably a little bit more.
You know, just to give you a little idea.
But Ines's good looks have been a double-edged sword.
They really dream with a blonde and blue eyes. So it's very difficult for a real Argentinian person, like real when you, I'm a brunette with brown eyes. That's what really, you have a lot of this there.
At first, her homeland didn't embrace Ines's potential.
They will help more other type of girl. At the beginning, it was a little bit difficult for me because I love to say no. You know, like, take a picture of her, she's blonde, okay?
It took some success abroad to open some eyes at home.
In the moment that I succeed in Paris, I made it in Argentina.
I think now they're going to name the street after her or something like this in her home city.
Oh my God, no.
Just 4 years after leaving Argentina, one of her country's largest newspapers did a full-length feature article on Ines.
But they flew all the way from Argentina to do it, and for the first time in my own country, they're talking about me, so it's a big event for me. And I think, you know, I've done things that are more, you know, more important now. Now they all want to know all of a sudden what's my life all about.
Her country's validation is something very meaningful to her.
This one, I'm very proud of it. It's not because I'm beautiful or anything like that. It's just that I did this cover for Argentinian ELLE, and so.
That's why it's in the front of her book.
Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't matter what I'm wearing, it doesn't matter how I look, it's just cool because it's in Argentina.
After all the hard work and refusing to take no for an answer, Ines eventually got the respect she was due.
So I was very, very angry, but, you know, endurance, me. That's me. I go home whenever I have a little bit of time. Oh, here's the place.
Of course, a trip home means gifts for friends and family.
They all were very, very helpful, and they all gave me their support. So that's why I go back to Argentina, and I always bring a lot of presents. Let's go to the right place for my mom's present. You'll find out that way. We're at Victoria's Secret. Perfect shop to buy something for my mom. The only problem is that it's going to be very difficult because there's so many things.
Ines found one gift her mother was sure to love.
What did you bring?
How about the life size?
Cool.
And then the,
oh my God, look at that.
Isn't she beautiful?
Oh, it's so sweet. Am I going to be able to bring this to my mom?
You can take it to your mom.
Thank you.
So much. You'll be all over the living room.
Thank you.
And the trip is a success.
That's perfect. She's going to love that one. Okay, let's go.
Ines knows that she's come a long way.
I've worked with great photographers, with, you know, with whom I've learned a lot of stuff.
And though she likes to keep her options open,
I know that I would love to go back to my country one day, little by little, because I love to raise my kids there.
Ines Rivero reached for the stars and caught them.
Can you imagine? He's so lucky.